grow your business or amp up your career this year, there is 1 hour you must block every week on your calendar. Now, I would actually like you to block more than 1 hour, but we're gonna start with an hour. And so I'm gonna tell you what it is, why you should block it, and how to use that hour so that you can get more business or amp up that career. Let's get into it. Welcome to the Creating Opportunities podcast. This is the place where we help smart, ambitious professionals build authentic relationships for success in all areas of their lives. Why? Because people matter. They're messy, but they matter. And I am your host, Cassandra Thompson. I am a trainer, a speaker, an iced coffee lover, and I am here to help you make deeper connections so that no one feels alone in this world and we all achieve greater things. So this 1 hour that I want you to block, honestly, I would love for it to be an hour every day or 15 minutes every day, but I know everyone is busy. At least we think we're all busy. Time management will be a topic for another day, but if you can just block 1 hour, this will start to change your life. So the hour I want you to block is all around caring for others. You could call it your care hour. You could call it your peopling hour. I don't care what you call it, but it is an hour where it is not about you, it is about them. So you are going to put an hour on your calendar that's all about others. We block it on our calendar because we don't want caring for others to just be a nice idea. We need it to be something we actually do. So to get into it more, I'm gonna go through the who, what, why, and how of this hour. So who are you using this hour on? Anyone you want to grow a better relationship with. This could be personal or professional, or you might have a personal care hour and a professional care hour. Totally up to you. The what? Okay. It's already kind of been said, but it is an hour that you are blocking on your calendar solely to care about other people. Literally an hour where you are just going to care for others. You are not going to cross tasks off your list that have nothing to do with other people. No Excel spreadsheets during this hour, okay? No data during this hour. It's just about others. And this is where I love to point out, it might be giving value to people. It might be giving selflessly to others, but as I talked about in another episode, I think the words giving value are really heavy and loaded and can actually be more about us at times. So that is why we are going from the idea of care. It's literally an hour where you're paying attention to others. 95% of our time is made up thinking about us. Let's put an hour on the calendar where we are thinking about other people. Which also then goes to the why. Most of our time is about us, but the other reason why we need to do this is because you need to put your money where your mouth is. We love to say we care about other people. Oh, I care about people. Oh, people matter. People matter over profits. People matter over tasks, etc. But if I looked at your calendar, would it show me that? Or would it show me a bunch of tasks and to-dos and projects that you crossed off your list? And I'm not judging you. I am coming at this because I too had to actually prioritize this, which goes to the second part of the why. We put it on our calendar because what gets scheduled gets done. And as much as we'd love to say, oh, we just naturally, inherently care about other people, those tasks start to weigh us down. The errands weigh us down, and those things get accomplished and people get moved farther and farther down the list. In fact, a week ago, I was on a Zoom call with a friend and she's like, ugh, I have all these people I need to get back to, like cool women I met at events, and I want to follow up with them and get on Zooms with them, but it just keeps getting pushed aside. And so I'm making this video because of what I told her. I said, you have to put an hour on the calendar. If you don't put the hour, they are just going to keep getting pushed to the side. And so I would actually challenge you, put this hour first. If people should go first, put a people first hour on your calendar. Make it a priority that you are going to focus on relationships because they matter more than those tasks, than those Excel spreadsheets. So, what should you do to show care? Right? I think sometimes too, this can become too big a thing. let's bring it down. I am going to give you 17. It's a weird number, but 17 things that you can do to show other people you care. And some of these can take 30 seconds. So you could do a lot of caring in an hour. So number one, you can follow up with those people you met at events. I want to clarify here, this hour should not be like scheduling sales calls, scheduling sales meetings, but those initial meetings of just getting to know another person who could potentially be a client or get to know someone who could potentially be a referral partner or someone to collab with, those can go here. Once they move past this, right, if you're getting to business conversations, that's going to go in a different block of time. But following up with those people you met at events, totally valid thing to put in this hour. The other easy one, check in with people. Who haven't you talked to in a while? Okay, maybe this is where you could have an Excel spreadsheet up, or maybe you go through your phone to see who you haven't messaged in a while. Look through there and just send a check-in message. Hey, I just want to check in. Thought of you today. Let me know how you're doing. You guys, that's caring about somebody. It doesn't have to be deep. Recognize someone or give them a compliment. Who have you seen lately? Who have you worked with lately that you could just compliment? Who doesn't love an out of the blue compliment or recognition? Now, there is a difference between the two. I'm not going to get into it here. I have a totally separate video all about that. I'll put a card to it here. I'll link it below. It's like 7 minutes long, but it will change this for you. But send a note or just walk by their desk and tell them something you really appreciate about them, or give them a compliment. So 2 more things you can do. Ooh, one of my favorites, testimonials. Who have you worked with lately that you could do a testimonial for? Are you a client of anybody? Give them a testimonial. Y'all, testimonials are actually, fun fact, the #1 reason why other people buy from someone. They could have all the marketing in the world, all the beautiful sales page in the world. It's the testimonial that most likely makes someone buy. So if you have worked with anyone lately, right, you've been a paying client of anyone, or you've seen someone speak to your group, any way that you can give a testimonial, take 5 minutes and write that testimonial. It was 5 minutes for you. It's going to mean the world to the person you gave it to. Huge way that you can start showing care. Similar but different to testimonial, can you leave someone a podcast review, right? Podcast reviews are really important. So who's someone you'd like to get to know that has a podcast? Listen to an episode, give them a review. It's gonna go far. And then a smaller version of this, comment on a post, comment on a LinkedIn, anything like that where you are part of the conversation and maybe that's where you compliment them. It's gonna go far. Different version of that, send a DM. When I see people's stuff in stories that I think are interesting, I like sending them a DM about it, or I send a message back commenting on their story. This is where we've made some of these ideas way too big in our head. This doesn't seem like a crazy idea for some of you, but this is caring for another human. It's building a relationship. Not everything has to be crazy gigantic, but you just want to show people, hey, I'm thinking of you. It's really all it comes down to. So then the next version of that, share their post, share their reel, right? Repost their content from LinkedIn into your post and add to it. That sort of thing too. You're helping them spread their message. They're going to like that. They're going to, feel seen in that moment. Now, deeper things to do, and this goes back to what my friend needed to go do. Plan a coffee with someone or plan a Zoom. So those people that you're like, oh my gosh, I would love to catch up with her. I would love to have a coffee with him. This is your hour where you can now just work through and schedule those. Send somebody your Calendly link. Everyone should have a Calendly or a scheduling tool. Calendly gives you one link for free, so if you don't need it for business purposes, just set up a link so that you can schedule coffees and Zooms easily with people. So send people your Calendly link during this time, or ask somebody to coffee. Another bigger one that it just takes a little bit of thought to make happen, and so we have the time set aside to give it some thought. Ask a group to lunch. After this video today, I am going to my 3rd Biz Friends lunch. I need to give this a better name, but essentially at the beginning of the year, I messaged a group of people that I've met from different groups around town and said, why do all the corporate people get to have all the fun and get to have lunch together? Let's get lunch together once a month. And so once a month, a group of us goes to lunch together. So it probably takes 10 minutes of planning, but it reaps huge rewards. So who's a group of people that you could ask to lunch? Get them together. Ways to show you care. Send someone a suggestion or give someone a suggestion. I talk about this all the time when I'm talking about networking. This is my favorite way to kind of keep conversations going. Now, you don't want to be like your uncle who spams everyone in the family with an email about like the funny new meme they saw. Not that sort of a thing. But if there's something that you know someone likes, send them a suggestion. So, for example, it doesn't have to be professional. I've been messaging with another service provider. She teaches community building, and we message on Instagram about beauty that we love. We got on a call together and spent half of it talking about makeup, and so now we just share beauty things with each other. Hey, I tried this product, you might want to try it. Somebody else I talked to loves Bravo. I sent a podcast suggestion. Send a suggestion of something. It could be deeper than that though. I am going to suggest to a bunch of friends to read Cal Newport's Slow Productivity, right? That is a little bit more on the businessy side. But sending someone a suggestion of, hey, I saw this and I thought of you, or hey, I read this and I think you might want to read it too. That's a way of showing people you care, right? It's just telling people you came to mind. Now on the flip side, take a suggestion. So I love when I give a suggestion and someone takes me up on it. So do the same for others. If someone tells you to try a restaurant, go try it. And then during this hour, you're going to write them and tell them how you tried it. Or you're going to tell them how you read the book they suggested to you, or listen to that podcast episode. Huge way to show people you care about them. Okay, I'm gonna go to a really simple one, and then we're gonna end on two that don't get talked about enough but need to be thought about more, that maybe take a smidge more effort but can still be done in your hour. Y'all, look at those happy birthday promotion messages on LinkedIn. Go through every day the birthdays and just write them, happy birthday, hope you had a great day. It autofills half of it for you, but it's such an easy touch point, and it's such a nice way, just easy, simple way to say you care. Now, I will say again, hear what I said with that. Use more than just that autofill. That's going to show that you're actually thinking about them and not just going, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, right? So give it a little more thought, but really easy way to spend this time. And it'll show you like whose birthday was 2 days ago. You can still send happy birthdays to those people. Say, oh, I'm a couple days late, but I hope you had a great one. You know, whatever. It's easy. Okay, so two more that take a little more time, can still be done in this hour. You're gonna choose who to do these with, right? This isn't for everybody, but send happy mail. I don't remember where I heard that term, but essentially mail now is just bills. Like I have stress going to my mailbox. It's bills and junk. And I don't know if anyone else feels this way. It's a completely irrational fear, but I feel like when I check my mailbox, I am going to get some sort of thing that shows me I owe something that I had no clue I owed, or that the IRS is after me for something. It's totally bizarre. I'm perfectly fine in all those areas, but mail now is just stressful because we don't get fun mail a lot. So send people old school mail. Send someone just a fun card because it's a fun card. Now again, this isn't something you're gonna do for everybody. If it's some client you really, or potential client you really want to impress, this might be a thing to do. It also might be something that they go, that person's weird and this feels a little too personal, right? So you're gonna know who to do this with, but this works great for those people that are probably your colleagues, the people you can collaborate with laterally in your career or in your industry. And so who doesn't want to get some fun mail? Send them some mail. Send them some stickers with it like it's 1994. You know, have some fun with it. Send some happy mail. And then the last one, maybe you send someone a gift. Again, this isn't for everybody. We're not trying to run up a bill here, but maybe instead of telling someone to read the book, you send them a book. Or you send them their favorite dessert. Another really easy way to do this is DoorDash somebody. So I've had twice people DoorDash me cupcakes on my birthday when they're not in town. Love it. So simple. But you could DoorDash on a Tuesday and just go, hey, I thought you needed a nothing bundt cake. Hope your day's good. Easy. Or send people gifts, right? Gifting doesn't get enough attention. I am gonna do a totally separate episode all around the idea of gifting. I think especially for those coming up in their careers in business, they don't hear about this enough. It's not something that got passed down the way it probably should have, but for certain people at certain times, gifts are gonna be a great thing to do. So that's something else you can do in this hour is send out some Amazon packages or DoorDash some people. The key to this whole thing is once a week, we are taking the focus off ourselves and putting it on others that are not our family members. I love your family members, but they're probably who's getting the most of your care. We need to move past that. Spend just an hour putting others first, talking about them, caring about them, sending messages that just say, hey, I'm curious how you're doing today. I would love to hear from you. It's going to go far. It's going to pay off. So let me know when in the comments. Let me know, when are you blocking this hour on your calendar? What time are you doing it at? I will let you know in the comments. Remind me if I didn't do it. Put in the comment, hey, you didn't do this. I will let you know what hour I'm blocking on my calendar this week. I try to do it daily, but some days it gets pushed. I get it. So that's why at least if you have one designated hour, it's gonna go great for you. So let me know yours in the comments. And if you need help getting connections in the first place, or maybe getting reacquainted with people, I have a free connection guide. It is full of messages that you can copy and paste, tailor for yourself to reach out to past contacts, new contacts, people you met at a conference. I mean, everything under the sun. You can grab that in the description box below or in the show notes. And with that, I will see you in the next one. Bye.